there we go. Time to play some video games. So today, for the pre-stream at least, we are playing Rockstar by Wizard Games. I'm Arthur Wolf, and joining me is Overflight.
Hello, everyone.
So tell me, Overflight, what do you know about sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Well, I occasionally listen to music, though I am not entirely sure if you could call it rock and roll per se. I was never that big into finding out what genre is which, though at least iTunes tells me that most of what I listen to is alternative, so there's that.
Well, I guess you're basically overqualified then. Actually, that's a good idea. You're not overflight anymore, you're overqualified.
I wish.
Right, so you wanna be a rock and roll star. Now here's an interesting thing. If you press Y for yes, that actually loads a game, so we're actually going to press N for no. So here's a bit of an introduction. It's all going to be, as they say, about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We are basically a band fresh out of our teens that are starting on the long, long road to dying from an overdose. Yeah.
This reminds me of those bygone years about the early 90s where BBS's ruled and my brother kept playing that food fight game.
Well, this game is from around that era. This was made in 1989.
Oh, wow. So, it's just 2 years younger than me.
Yep. And 3 years younger than me. Yay. In any case, what skill level do we want to play at? Well, we'll play at 3, which is standard. Now, what is our stage name?
Let me think. I actually had like this very cool name for a band like yesterday, but I completely forgot what it was. But is that our stage name as in our band or ourselves?
I think it is us, actually, but the game will always refer to you rather than the band itself, because you're, you know, the arrogant frontman.
Okay, Brainamp is suggesting Carson Johnny. Warcopter is EGGMAN.
Let's see if that fits, actually. Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think that pretty much settles it. Sorry, everyone else. Do you want to change any other artists' names?
Well,
no. Let's just leave those in there.
Okay.
And that brings us straight into the game. Right, there is a lot to do here. We can do that whole 19th grunge band thing and just lie on the sofa and complain that society is not the way we want it to be. We can write songs and practice. We can go see if we can get any gigs going. We can try to record a single or album. We can go on holiday, much like Marcus Notch person. We can also visit the doctor and have him extract all of the narcotics from our blood. We can also consult a psychoanalyst that will tell us, holy shit, you are fucking insane. Or simply go up into the mountains and unwind in a sanatorium. Now, basically everything past the first 3 is not really relevant for us yet, because we're a no-name band somewhere in the UK. So,
well, I like how there is a shortcut button for drugs at the bottom.
well, you know.
More games need that.
Let's press that, actually. Let's F7. Let's see. Your current drug habits are booze. Fairly regular. Now, what do we fancy? More drugs, please. Lots more drugs. Better cut down a bit, or give up completely. Let's just continue with the game. We can worry about our drug problem later. So, lazing around, as you might imagine, doesn't actually do anything.
Well, but it is fairly realistic for, like, bands of the period.
That it is.
Well, I suppose we could just write songs like the losers that we are.
I know, right? Practicing. Jeez. Who even needs that? So let's practice for a while. Right, your best friend recommends that you take some LSD. Do you accept?
Well, of course.
I'm going to leave this one up to the trio. Never mind. It's just a fucking wall of yes. Okay, yeah, sure, why not?
Lorcopter is a single dissenting
Oh
voice.
shit! All the epileptics in the audience, please look away.
I always thought that taking acid would be more colorful than this. Oh, here we go.
This was only the warm-up, baby.
I didn't know that LSD looked so much like screen glitching.
Yep, and now our eyes are permanently damaged. There we go. Took a few days to fix it. We are perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And yes, Frankentan, that's exactly it. Let's actually bring that up, shall we? To check our personal state, because hey, look at that. We have 4 stats. Health, creativity, happiness, and alertness. And creativity, as you might imagine, makes our songs better. And if we are happy, we can work more without falling into horrible depression. And alertness is, of course, held high by indulging in amphetamines. Lots of amphetamines. Well, now we've been practicing a bit, so let's see if we can go get a gig done. You know? Make some money. Get famous. Get free shit.
Sell a lot of t-shirts.
Yes, exactly. Now we can either tour in the local area or the UK. So basically in our hometown or in our home nation.
I suppose we could just stay with the local area. I mean, that's how the Beatles got started. Well, actually they started far away from their home area and then went back, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Alright. Now locally we can have gigs at pubs and clubs and medium halls. So let's try for medium halls. Let's see if we can draw a crowd.
Medium halls as opposed to small halls?
Exactly. Now we need to pick how many weeks we're willing to stay on tour, from 2 to 9. And let's just say that if you embark on a long and unsuccessful tour, you will not come out of it a very happy man. But if the tour is too short, you won't actually have time to play anywhere. So you won't make much of an impact. You can suggest about 3 weeks, and yeah, that sounds about right for a band that is just starting out, so let's try that. Now we must rehearse our act for the next 2 weeks, while he arranges our tour, so we'll just sit here and watch that day ticker. And apparently our LSD addiction is at the point where we are grabbing some every few days, so this is going to be a common happenstance from now on. Get used to it.
This is actually a fairly inventive use of using the basic color tutorials for DOS programming. Hey, check out what I can do in assembly!
Ooh. It's like I'm really a drugged up rock star. 9 out of 10 for realism.
Also, these drug trips really blend in with your website's background.
Now, let's see. Apparently, we have been offered to act as the support for D. Pratt Dogbound, their 3-week tour of large halls in the local area starting in 4 weeks' time. We can either then sign on as a support band, or we can stick to our own tour. Q Squirrel says, "Fuck you, D. Pratt Dogma," and I agree. We will be doing our own turn.
Besides, everybody knows that the opening act always sucks. At least it has in every single concert I've ever been to.
Wednesday's gig, nobody turns up. Thursday's gig, nobody turns up. Yeah. Now, our guitarist is offering us some marijuana. Probably related to marijuana. Now, everyone is reacting according to the way Dare wishes them to. That, you know, not the devil's weed. But Casco offers a pretty convincing argument. 420 blaze it.
Yep.
Sunday's gig, nobody turned up. Tuesday's gig, nobody turns up.
Hey, wait, and Fridays the audience was chilly.
And on Wednesday it was fairly nonchalant, in fact.
I like how they just say the mood and not how many audience members. For all we know, the audience could be just this one single guy who wandered into the wrong room.
Have you ever seen the film Yes Man with Jim Carrey?
No, and I do not want to.
You shouldn't. It's a pretty terrible film. Any case,
I imagine.
There is basically the main love interest is the lead singer of an experimental band. And, by the way, we're doing this local TV rock show session. Basically, they have 4 fans that show up at every gig, and no one else. I imagine it was a little bit like that. It was like our mom and dad, maybe our cousin, a couple of friends from school. Just yeah. Hey, mom.
Kind of like the and the other one is the owl-eyed guy from The Great Gatsby.
Oh hey, our performance in the local TV rock show session is excellent. Look at that. That should help us a bit.
It was excellent, but how many people watched it?
You know, 0.5%, something like that. Retention rate was pretty decent. And now we have been invited to a mate's place to take some cocaine. How do you feel about that?
Let's just take everything.
If we just mix all the poisons in our system, they will cancel each other out.
I mean, that's how rock bands work.
I like that all the knee-jerk reactionists in the stream chat are going, yes, do that cocaine, while all the sensible people are going, come on, no, don't do cocaine, no.
Defined reasonable.
Let's take some cocaine. The cocaine is excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear it, I guess.
It's the blue magic of cocaine.
Yep. Let's get a fan feedback. Let's see. Local area, roughly 10% of the people living there actually know who we are.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're dealing pretty well with the drugs side of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, everything else she will.
Brain Amp is telling us to do all the drugs once we are famous. To which I reply, Brain Amp, have you ever watched the movie Love Actually? So the only decent character in the entire movie, who is played by what was his name? Oh yeah, Bill Nye, who is this aging rock star. He gives the sage advice to children: please do not buy drugs, become pop stars, because then they will give you them for free. So that is why we're doing drugs now, so we can get them for free later.
Right, so let's record a single. Either LOL Bootstraps Local 16 track or Daily's Commit 24 track. These are the studios that we can pick from. I like the idea of LOL Bootstrap.
Isn't LOL Bootstrap the name of some it actually sounds like the name of one of those blogs that just posts things for post weird crap that right-wing pundits say. You don't have a job? LOL
Welcome
Bootstraps.
to LOL Bootstraps Recording Emporium. Oh hey, and someone asked for our autograph. Sure. That brings us to 4 points. Man, our score is shooting up.
Where's our score? Oh yeah, it's on the corner there. 5 points, yay!
Oh no, our bassist thinks he's a musician. But it takes some marijuana to cancel it out.
Why are all our French junkies?
The final master sounds bloody pathetic to you. You abhor it. Dr. Sam said there's nothing special. What do you want to call the single?
Stream chest?
Alistair bats it out of the park with eat shit. What
So
an
I guess we're a punk
unintelligent
band.
name.
So I guess we're a punk band?
Apparently. Let's just practice for 2 weeks and then see what happens. Let's see. Oh no, Dodgy Sam tells you that you must tour to earn some money or you will be bankrupt. Do you agree to go on tour? Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever. Man, money. You know? Wow, the Fag Ends. That is a great name for a band.
Well, this is a UK, so...
Yeah. Rotten Rump is pretty damn decent too.
Rotten Rump sounds more like a single artist.
Dodgy Sam recommends that you take some marijuana. Who am I?
Even our manager is giving us drugs. What the hell?
Now this is what I call inspiration right here.
I admit I don't know next to nothing about drugs, but isn't I don't think marijuana causes hallucinations.
Well, if you get enough THC in your brain, I suppose maybe. Now he wants us to go out for a heavy drinking session. What do you think? I don't know, man. I mean, you know, like, narcotics are fine, but alcohol? I'm not big on that. Oh. Hey, look at that. Lots of smiling faces at Sunday's gig. Yeah, that's good. That's great. That's great.
New single released by Horseshit.
You're given tickets to an all-night rave-up being held by Nervous Rex. Do you agree to go?
Yes, Nervous Wreck raves are the best raves.
Let's rave. Unts, 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 unts. You abhor the party. Wow. We must be some real classy gents, seriously. We abhor everything.
It's because the party was all bro-step.
Luckily, bro-step are not actually invented yet.
This game is ahead of its time.
Ah. Well, Dodgy Sam asks once again, would you like some more of that Mary Jane, bro? Come on. Come on.
You'd think of all the people who would want us to stay off drugs, our manager would be one.
Oh, hey, look at all the happy dwarves.
So this is the what the new Dwarf Fortress patch does.
Your new single, Eat Shit, has just been released. Let's see if it sells. Oh wow, and we got so lucky that the... Oh hey! A critic from a Jumpy magazine has reviewed one of her performances as better than average.
Better than average for us?
I'm not sure.
I think that's the point. They wanted to maintain reasonably ambiguous. Oh, but it's
Wow.
a yuppie magazine. I mean, you just know it's Pitchfork. They're a
Man,
bunch of snobs.
Hole in the Bum has released a album called The Tough Muff. I need to get that.
Well, Hole in the Bum is not that bad of a title compared to some real band names, such as Butthole Surfers.
Critics in local area generally are delighted with our new single, Eat Shit.
Well, again, Pitchfork.
My favorite country band, His Mother's Cow, has released a single called Runaway Wives. Man. Let's check our money status. How much money do we have? A few quid. Oh.
Nice.
Let's check our drugs. Oh dear.
Hey, we have a few quid. Let's buy some drugs.
I occasionally enjoy cocaine. And LSD. And heavy drinking. And marijuana. Oh man.
So can you actually get withdrawal?
Yes you can. If you try to quit cold turkey, your stats will just crash. Let's see, are we on the
No, I do not think so.
Oh, Stink are up there. Why aren't we up there?
Mensa 200? I'd like to attend that concert.
Oh man, we're not even in the top 100. That's pretty harsh.
Mensa 200 must have some really killer songs.
Let's see.
Right above the Communists.
Communists, you say?
I don't think that that's a very good band name to have around the time of the Cold War.
Not really, no. Well, we can't really do much else than continue touring because we need the money and hell. Hey, a spokesman for ZTV says that our record is bearable. Oh hey, what's this? Someone is offering us a record contract. A 3-year recording contract with Small Time Records with an advance of £5,000 and a good royalty rate.
Dodgy Sam says we are worth much more. Yes, because Dodgy Sam is clearly a very trustworthy person.
Hey now, he's been giving us free marijuana. I love that man. I love that man.
Which obviously means he has our best interests at heart.
Exactly. If a man tries to hand you narcotics, it is because he loves you and wants you to feel good and happy.
As it says in the Bible.
It's right there, in the Bible. If a guy shares his spliff with you, you shall be his friend and ally.
Deuteronomy 23:12.
It's a good book, the Bible. Right, so in any case, this record contract, basically it will mean that for 3 years all the stuff we do will be under this label, and they will pay us a good royalty rate within quotation marks, which I guess means like 2% of the sales or something in modern money.
2%? Oh, please, I bet it's something like 1 cent per sold disc or something. I mean, let's be realistic here. This is the freaking recording industry.
Yeah. Now, Frankenstein, we won't earn more if we do the tours ourselves, because this is pre-internet, which means that unless we have a record company to help us, you know, get out of the bodunks and into the cities, we're not going to get there.
So yeah, I say take it.
Alright, fine, we'll accept the contract.
We need the money to buy drugs.
Dodgy Sam says they're a good company. Yes.
They're a good company, but he just told us that we were worth much more.
Well, at least we signed up with some good people.
So, I think he should have, like, clarified this a bit. Like, say, don't take the first offer. Maybe that's what he meant to say.
Yeah. So, the dude that sits behind you on stage and hits those boxes with sticks has some amphetamines. What do you think?
Who gives a crap about the drummer? Say no.
No. No meth. The drummer says that we are disgusting. Well, you're a drummer, so we don't really care, do we?
Yeah.
Apologies to all the drummers out there.
Go cry all the way back to Heisenberg.
Oh man, Groin Goddess has released their new single, Away.
And the text is now blue. Oh.
There are a lot of colors around, trust me. Critics in America are generally pleased with our new single, Eat Shit. Eat Shit is receiving a lot of radio play in the local area. Hooray! It's too bad that my eyes are literally broken.
Ah, the halcyon days before VGA. Wow, we can't even see the feedback from fans.
That looks like a bar is going up. Right?
Your mother recommends that you take some marijuana.
Mom! No! Not in front of the band! I got you some of that nice kush that you like. Mom! Record company's here.
This is what happens when parents try to be cool.
Mom knows best.
Yeah.
Oh man. Our single is receiving very little air on the radio. Oh no.
We're as boring as a drummer. Oh my god, our mom is an abusive bitch.
I hate you.
I think we should call Child Protective Services.
And apparently we had sex last night and now we feel grotty. What does grotty mean?
It's what a piss-stained toilet is like.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. New single released by A Whale, called Cubes and Spheres. Oh no! The man we woke up in bed with tells us he has AIDS! Oh no!
This is a very topical game for 1989.
Yep. Well then. I guess we're Freddie Mercury now. A radio tin pot. I love those guys.
Isn't that Alex Jones' radio station?
Oh man. We are getting up in there, look at that. Saturday's gig had 2 encores.
So I guess
reaction on Sunday's gig. Man, we're getting good at this.
So first our drummer offers us meth and amphetamines, and now our bassist. So I guess in this universe it's only losers take amphetamines.
Lumberjack wants to know can you actually get AIDS in this game, or is that a really bad joke? You can get AIDS. That is why you can visit the doctor in the game.
Well, I can't say that there are many games in which that is possible.
Mm-hmm. The Ethnic Beats bassist offers you some amphetamines. Look, we don't do meth, okay? We're not into speed, bro.
I don't know, I think pretty much soon Walter White is going to burst into our studio and kill us.
A spokesman for Luxembourg wants you to share some amphetamines. Luxembourg, our enemy in the war on drugs. Since when is amphetamines a problem in Luxembourg? In any case, no. The spokesman for Luxembourg informs us that we are stupid. I see. Okay then.
Fun fact, Luxembourg has a very large Portuguese community.
Yeah, there we go. So let's visit our doctor and get ourselves tested. Let's see. Ooh, apparently we got lucky. We did not have sex with a man with AIDS.
Yay!
Yay. So, let's make use of that record company, shall we? See, we can record an album at Rambling Manor Residential's 32-track mixer. Nice.
New album released by Oscar Award called Concept. I bet Pitchfork gave it a 10.
Slightly Red has released Eat Your Mother. Oh man! Horse Shit has released Love in a Cave.
Wait, did the studio reject us?
Well, it's just that the guy is terrible.
Oh, okay.
The final master sounds unbelievably extreme to you. You hate it. Don't you, Sam? It's not bad. It's not bad.
Since when is unbelievably extreme a bad thing?
We're a sensitive person.
At the very least, we should be able to sell it to some Doritos commercial.
Doritos to the extreme.
What do you want to call the album? People are suggesting I Don't Have AIDS.
Yup. What a stupid name, how dare you? AIDS is a very, very, very serious thing, thank you very much. These guys, they don't understand that it is the artist's job to inform about things like these. Right, so what next? Let's check how we're doing money-wise. Do we have any money left? Oh, a few thousand quid. Well, okay, fuck that noise. Let's laze around for a while.
Yay!
Trivial Music's drummer is offering us some LSD. Do you accept?
I think we've had enough epilepsy for now.
The stream chat is divided. They are uncertain if LSD is the way forward. Here's a pro tip for anyone out there who might be facing a similar conundrum. Are you daft? Stop taking LSD, you moron. And Frankentan drinks it down home with, "Nah, mate, I am exalted and rapturous by my own intellect and reason." Yup, that sounds about right. Let's name our next single Fedora Wearers.
Oh please, even we have limits.
A presenter on the local radio station invites you to the place for a rave-up, within quotation marks. Sure.
As opposed to a rave down?
The party is disgusting. Let's see. Let's go on holiday, shall we? We can go to sunny Britain, Froggyland, which is France, for those of you who are not well aware of, racist epithets. The Mediterranean, which should be capitalized. Africa or India. Why the hell would you go to India on holiday?
Well, so we can then come back and record across the universe. Or the equivalent thereof.
Idea. Let's go hang out in Africa. Oh no! Small Time had decided to release a single of our album, the track Born Without Sight, without consulting us. How dare you? And Dodgy Sam is taking the record label's side in this. Oh, Sam, I know. After we get back from our 2 weeks in Africa, I'm gonna stab you with a piece of ivory. And apparently Darkest Africa was immediately boring.
We're gonna stab him with a piece of ivory that we ripped off a living elephant with our bare hands.
Rules of nature, baby. Hopefully by the time we come back it will turn out that, our records have sold so that we can actually afford to live. lots of sex to be had in Darkest Africa. This cheers you up. Good show, good show.
Yes, because after having an AIDS scare, the proper course of action is to have lots of sex in Africa.
Let's see. We can check our single release here, and Eat Shit apparently peaked at 48 on the UK chart. Let's see. Currently 73. Born Without Sight, which was released 2 weeks ago, is not actually on the list. I see. That's Let's just smoke some weed and ponder reality for a while.
By reality, you mean these 8-bit graphics?
Yes. Yes. 8-bit, best bit, baby.
Actually, this might not even be 8-bit. Like, what is this? 16 colors?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, critics in the local area are at least generally satisfied with our new single that was released behind our backs. Oh goodness, people, this is the big one. We are invited to a journalist from a fan science place to take some heroin. Ooh. And everyone is in support for heroin except Frankentan. I see. Well, here goes, I guess.
See, this is what we need more in modern gaming.
Oh goodness, and we're close to bankruptcy again. So it seems that we are going to have to go on tour. In the local area! I like that we still haven't made it out of the local area. Shit, we're on a label and everything. Critics in the UK are generally pleased with our new single and everything. Even the critics in Europe are generally satisfied with the new single. Holy shit.
Critics in Europe are satisfied with our new single, and yet we haven't toured outside of our hometown.
A news reporter for the local TV station describes the record as quite reasonable.
There is only one explanation. This game takes place in the hipsterverse. This nightmarish alternate reality filled with hipsters.
Speaking of nightmares, the Nightmares guitarist recommends that you take some heroin. I wonder what arguments he has for that. It's like, you know what? I feel that you really need some heroin because you want to be cool, right? Haha.
Here's what I find interesting. Everybody keeps offering us drugs, but not a single cigarette.
Well, everyone smokes. That's just, you know.
Yeah, but at least give a guy one.
I don't like this guy. I mean, if the frontman of The Nightmare tried to give you heroin, I don't know. Our guitarist recommends that we take some more LSD, though. What do you think? Let's wait for the stream chat's opinion here.
I think this game has more drugs than Narc.
Now everyone is saying no. Wow.
This is not as much a rock and roll simulator, but a drug simulator. Might as well be playing Drug Wars again.
I like that your score keeps going up if you just survive long enough.
Well, that's the objective, right?
Yep. And apparently we turned down the free LSD and then we spent money on our own. I only use from my personal stash, thank you very much. I just wonder how many Dwarf Fortress players are immediately doing keyboard shortcuts right now, going, no, I didn't designate that for building. Oh, right. Oh man, the catalogs has released a single called I Love My Filofax.
This is the second iteration of Project Fuck the World.
And there we go, let's see. Our album is about to be released.
Not up to the usual standard. Of what exactly? Whoa! Did that actually say too much psychoactive drugs?
Yep.
Okay. So it turns out that this is actually a public service announcement game?
We're invited to a wild party. I wonder.
I say... Yes, a guy named Dodgy Sam is offering us to go to a wild party. I say this sounds totally legit.
There must have been something in the drinks, because everything goes very strange.
What's stranger than it already is?
Oh no! There was rainbow paint in there.
Oh no, there were 16 colors.
So while tripping bad on LSD, we were invited to a party where someone put a roofie in our drink. At this point we must be a self-contained chemical experiment, seriously.
The game ends with Gustavo Fring capturing us and using and trying to find out our blood composition.
And the saxophonist immediately grabs the shoulder and says, dude, LSD. Yes or no? That's quite enough drugs for now, thank you. He says that we will never survive in the music industry without LSD.
That is a true secret of the music industry.
I like that this is the first year, too. We've been touring for like 9 months, and we're already completely destroyed.
That sounds about right for most bands of the period.
Macho Man has released Cane and Coconut. Critics in the local area are generally delighted with our new album, I Do Not Have AIDS. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
New album released by Mensa 200 called Sodding Students.
Mensa 200 is probably a band made up of Oxford professors or something.
That's what I think it is, yeah.
A journalist from a national paper says the record is quite good. And apparently we have a percussionist.
That's just what our drummer calls himself in a lame attempt to sound cool.
Now hey, our single is a new entry at number 99 in America. We actually made it to the Billboard Top 100.
And we've never left our hometown.
Yay! So, do we smoke the weed?
I say we turn down everything our drummer and bassist has to offer us. Because screw them.
Screw those assholes. We are apparently as boring as Huge and the Balls as vocalist. Huge and the Balls, man.
How could you be boring with a name like that?
Oh hey. Our single has risen from number 26 to number 15 in the local area, and it's number 100 in the UK.
So I guess we're more popular in America.
Yeah, so it seems.
I guess it is easy when you're big in Japan, or in America in this case.
We're getting positive reviews. Sales are not all that great. But both Eat Shit and Born Without Sight have been seeing decent sales, actually. And Born Without Sight is actually topping out at 15 on the list in the local area.
Who cares if we're selling low? Haven't you seen Waiting for Sugar Man? Searching for Sugar Man, sorry.
In the UK, the reviews are mixed, apparently, but everywhere else the reviews are positive, actually. Everyone abroad likes us.
Yeah, we're probably like legends in South Africa by now.
America loves everything we do. Huh. There we go. And money-wise, we do have a few thousand quid, actually.
We either have a few thousand quid or a few quid.
Yep, that's what it's like. Let's see, can we actually tour? Oh hey, we can tour in the UK and Europe now. Shall we go on the road? Let's
go to the UK.
No, fuck the UK, they hate our music. Let's go abroad, let's go out into Europe. At various pubs and clubs.
Maybe we were never in the UK. Maybe we're actually somewhere in...
Born Without
Maybe
Sight.
we're actually in Luxembourg.
Born Without Sight has actually reached number 85 on the top 100 in America.
Henpecked, man. Oh my god. We're an MRA band.
I told you not to sign with Small Time, didn't I? Lies, Dodgy Sam.
But he did tell us not to sign with them.
What he did say was that we were worth more, but he was actually supportive of the label itself.
Yes, once we signed it.
Oh, hey, we're going up in the charts actually. Look at that. The record company advance is fully paid off. Okay. Thanks. Great.
So does that mean we'll actually start making money off our records now? Ha 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 ha.
Born Without Sight is 62 in the top 100. We're getting there.
Born Without Sight sounds like a Mars Volta song.
Oh hey, we can appear at a children's program.
Yes!
In the US. Nice.
Yes,
Let's tell them about marijuana and why it is the best thing.
Let's tell them about all the free drugs we get. Billy Mack style.
Now let me tell you about LSD. Our appearance is reasonable. They had to cut to commercial a few times, but, you know.
Mensa 200 released Evelyn Woe. They really are Oxford professors.
Yeah. Upper class as fuck.
This is us still doing the children's show.
Yes. This is actually what the children's show looked like to us.
Yeah.
All those freaking blinking lights and screaming kids. Ah! Oh hey, we can play support for the fagends. We will be paid very little for this tour, but it could be worth it for the publicity.
Yep, just like real life.
So what do you think? Do we accept the support tour or do we play our own?
This is the music equivalent of working for the Huffington Post.
Yeah, we forge ahead. New single released by Nervous Rex called Everybody Got Juiced. I see. Oh hey, a 7-week tour has been arranged. Let's see if anyone shows up anywhere. And I do like that America is actually starting to like us a bit. And
Yay!
Now Europe is learning that we actually exist.
And yet the UK doesn't.
Oh hey, we can arrange a week of promotional interviews on local radio stations. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ich bin ein Berliner. Pull that off. Yeah, I know. Love us. Critics in America are generally delighted with our new single, Handbagged Man, and our album, I Do Not Have AIDS, has actually reached the top 100. We're in place 98. And the reactions on our promotional tour are very encouraging. Very encouraging. Good show. Good show. And apparently it's time for cocaine.
No, it's our drummer giving it to us.
The stream chat demanded cocaine. Oh hey, our album is in 83rd. Look at that. It must have sold like 1,000 at least.
We got 5 cents from it.
Yay! Broken Brushes has released a new single, Tastes Like a Woman. Oh no! We have been taken to the hospital.
Oh god, here it is.
Who would have thought that consistent overdoses of LSD and cocaine would be bad for you?
Well, at least we don't have AIDS. I think.
The Fag Ends has released the single Sexual Obsession. I'm sure.
You don't say.
I like that we're still really happy though, despite the fact that we're in hospital.
Oh wow, I only now just noticed the star meter between those two windows.
Yep. It's starting to fill. We are put under sedation after sexually assaulting a nurse. Twice. Man. We are the best. Let's consult our analyst, see what he has to say. Dr. Ripoff takes your money and gives you the following analysis. He's telling us bullshit like stop doing heroin.
You don't look well, you should go see a doctor. But we just left the hospital!
They don't have doctors in hospitals. Just nurses. Lots and lots of nurses. But apparently he says that we should not be touring, but I need to tour as I don't have any money. Actually, we have quite a bit of money. Well then.
Maybe we should see our doctor? Well, our health is pretty low.
What are we doing here? Okay, oh dear. Oh dear, actually. Apparently those two times we had a shot at heroin, we became fairly regular users of it.
Elliot W2 says just like real life.
Yep.
I agree.
Better cut down a bit, you know? Cut down a bit. Cut down on the heroin a bit. Oh no, we are a drug fiend.
Well, I suppose we should go into rehab.
Drug rehabilitation. We can obtain no drugs.
Can we at least practice during this time?
And while we're in rehab, they're releasing singles of our albums. Son of a bitch. I hate you, Dodgy Sam, and now I'm going to be depressed. Let's see if people like it. Must have been a very experimental album, judging by the various singles pulled off it. And here we are, a-boring again. We are a-boring people a lot.
Well, better to be boring than just boring, I guess.
I suppose. Critics in the local area generally are very happy with your new single, Acid Rain. Okay, good, great, wonderful.
Nice to know our record company is benefiting us while attempting to screw us over.
Critics in the UK as well are generally delighted with our new single. It's too bad that we are spiraling into depression.
New album released by Samantha Fart called Gasping Fish. No comment.
The catalogs released another useless name. It's pretty much the most perfect fit I have ever heard at anything. Well, the rock and roll lifestyle is pretty great, but you know what? It might be time to retire. Because it's almost time for the regular stream. So, yeah. Let's check the charts. Eggman is at 57 in the singles chats with Henpecked Man. Good show, good show. We're also at 98 with Acid Rain that just entered. Let's check the albums. Let's see.
Also, oh.
Did we ever get in there, I was about to say. Apparently not. Oh well.
So Father Time is the top artist.
Yep. Elephant's Armpits. That's an interesting name for a song.
We do have some pretty good band names in here.
Women's Clothes released bonking! Exclamation mark.
And there's also a band called STINK, which means we're not the only acronym band.
Not to mention The Breasts. And Dog Piss that released I Am a Turkey. Sure. Why not? Why not? Well, that was 1 year and 2 months with the grand band EGGMAN, and hey, we did pretty well, I think. We're still alive. We spiraled into drug addiction and then managed to claw our way out. We have a critically acclaimed, in some areas, album and a few singles that sold decently, and we're still alive. I'd say that was that was pretty good, actually. Better than most bands.
I'm surprised we're not dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Are you sure you wish to quit the game? Yes. Game saved successfully.
And we've managed to last through this entire playthrough without a single "this is Spinal Tap" joke.
Yeah.
We always welcome constructive criticism and enthusiastic comments. Oh, those poor naive fools.
And that's why they are no longer around. Well, that was Rockstar, everybody. Thanks for watching. We will be back in a bit with a game that is quite different from what we just played, and hopefully it will not be terrible. Spoilers, it's terrible. See you in a bit.